The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Hello, I'm David Mello from the Fall River Public Library, and we have an assortment of brand new books that the Fall River Public Library has just received. And we would like to share a couple of these wonderful stories with you. Now, my first story is about one of my favorite animals, dragons. I'm sure a lot of you out there love dragons. Who couldn't love a dragon, right? Now, this story's called There Are No Dragons in This Book. But keep a sharp eye, and you just might find one or two. There are no dragons in this book. By Donna Lambo Weeder. Toenails? You see toenails? No way. Oh, pay no attention to those. They probably belong to the cat. It's a big cat, a really big cat. They're called claws, you say? You're right. You're very smart. Smart enough to believe me when I say that there are no dragons in this book. Not on the next page either. Sparks? Sparks? You see sparks? Oh, these. A few sparks jump from the fireplace is all. It happens when you're not careful. Like I said, there are no dragons in this book. Especially not fire-breathing ones. That itty-bitty hole in the wall? Oh, dragons didn't do that. Definitely not. There are no dragons here. Who made that mess? Wow, you are curious. You mean this one over here? Or the one on the next page? I'm sure kids did this. Kids like you and your friends, especially since there are no dragons in this book. It would take a drove of dragons to create that kind of a mess. Dragons with long, spiky tails. Dragons with wide, flaring nostrils. Dragons with sparkly scales the size of dinner plates. Don't you agree? Yes, it's like I've been saying all along, there are no dragons in this book. There's only one. Me! There is a dragon in the book. Most people are afraid even when there's just one dragon. Remember that hole in the wall? Thank you for not running away screaming. You all stayed here, right? I wasn't always the only dragon in this book. My friends disappeared into that crack. They did. They really did. Have a look. Don't get too close, though. You don't want to be pulled into. What? What? You don't see them? Try shaking the book over your lap. That's right. Give it a good jiggle. Think I should? I'll jiggle the book. Look! It's working! Okay, one more shake. Yay! Let's dance to celebrate. Thanks to you, there are dragons in this book again. What's that? You want me to change the name of the title? Maybe I should. There are dragons in this book.
Hi, my name is Kyla Cabral, Children's Assistant here at the Fall River Public Library. Today, I'm going to read A Dress with Pockets by Lily Murray and Jenny Lovely. On Lucy's birthday, Aunt Augusta said, "It's time you had a new dress. I'll take you shopping." So off they went. "Welcome," said the shopkeeper, "at the fabulous fashion store. We have every kind of dress and more. There are fancy dresses, frilly dresses, stripy dresses, silly dresses, sundresses, fun dresses, blue dresses, green, swishy dresses, witchy dresses, very, very itchy dresses, swirly, twirly, whirly dresses fit for a queen. Furry dresses, feather dresses, lacy dresses, leather dresses, head dresses, red dresses, quiet dresses, loud, fairy dresses, hairy dresses, watch out for the scary dresses, wispy, gauzy, floaty dresses for looking like a cloud. How about these puffy dresses, lovely pink and fluffy dresses, shiny dresses, spiny dresses, loose dresses, tight, tied up in a knotty dresses, polka dotted spotty dresses, slinky dresses, twinkly dresses, lit up like the night." "Well?" asked Aunt Augusta. I don't know," said Lucy. "None of these dresses feel quite right." "Not quite right? Not quite right? Not quite right? Well, what kind of dress would you like?" And Lucy whispered, "A dress with pockets." "With pockets? With pockets? With pockets? Whatever for?" "Oh," sighed Lucy. "For worms that wriggle and spiders that jiggle, for beetles that live under logs, for splashing in puddles and giving wet cuddles to beautiful, shiny green frogs. For magical spells and beautiful shells, for a woodlouse, a feather, a nest, for following trails and hunting for snails, for a mouse in need of a rest." The shopkeeper spluttered and turned rather pink. "Oh, dear me, goodness gracious, the shock! Never before I heard such requests when it comes to choosing a frock." Lucy was quiet. She looked at the floor. "I really need pockets to help me explore, for fossils and flints, for marbles and mints, for trinkets and biscuits and more, for small sticky bricks and lollipop sticks, for a necklace, a bracelet, for rings, for skipping stones and mysterious bones, for a world of curious things." "I don't care about spots or blue polka dots, or if it's made with silken seams. The dress that's the best dress is with pockets. That is the dress of my dreams." The shopkeeper frowned and thought very hard. "I think I may have just the thing." He rustled and rummaged and pulled from a corner a box that was tied up with string. "I've got it! I've got it! I've got it! Yes, this is the dress for you." "Oh, perfect," said Aunt Augusta. And they took two. The end.
Oh, it Excuse me. I'm just having myself a good cry. Not all crying is bad, you know. Some crying can actually be good. Now, this story that I'm going to share with you now is a story called If You Cry a Fountain by Noemi Vola. Get a box of tissues ready. If You Cry a Fountain. Hey, we can't start out this book like that. You can't start out by crying with a sad face. You need to smile, at least at the beginning. Otherwise, everyone will think that you're sad, and they'll worry. No, come on, please, don't cry. Hold back those tears. Try thinking of something happy. In 1, 2, and 3. Oh no, this is a real disaster. Hold on a second, or else you're going to cause a flood. See what I mean? If you don't stop, you'll drown. You might want to wear a life preserver when you cry. Or you could float on a crocodile and sunbathe while the sun dries up all your tears. Do you feel better now? Good, because there's no use in crying. Oh no, what did I say? What I meant is that there are so many reasons for crying, but you have to cry better. Yes, for example, if you cry like a fountain, you'll be surrounded by friends and make all the pigeons happy. If you feel sad around lunchtime, turn on the stove and cry until the pot is filled. When the tears start to boil, stir in the pasta. You won't even need to add salt. If you cry in the living room, just add a little cleaner, and your floors will shine. Crying helps improve personal hygiene. You can cry your tears into your toothbrush, then brush your teeth. And your dogs, too. You can give him a bath. If that isn't enough, crying can be done in every season. If you cry in the winter, you can skate on iced tears. If you cry in the spring, you can help the flowers bloom. The wonderful thing is that you can cry on any occasion, even on your birthday. It's a great way to put out the candles. Okay, if you aren't convinced yet, check this out. With 2 cups of tears and 1 cup of flour, you can make homemade Play-Doh. And then you can make surprise presents for all your friends. Crying also helps to put out small fires, and sometimes even big ones. Everyone cries. Police officers, superheroes, kings, soccer players, ants, stars, dogs, peas, and even rocks. Rocks, you say? Yes, though no one has ever seen a rock cry because they are very good at hiding it. There's really no downside to crying. It's a universal language. It works better than words. If you ever happen to cry when you're far from home, don't worry. You'll be understood. Without crying, frogs would explode. Rivers would run dry. Clouds would keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and would be no use to farmers. And that would make farmers angry. What? You're not crying? What good are you? Crying helps pears grow. With pears, you can make jam. Isn't that wonderful? You're sorry that this book is about to end? Me too. But don't worry. That's life. Books always end just like everything else. But there's never an end to tears. Or to swimming pools. And that's if you cry like a fountain.
This next story is called Once Upon a Book by the Caldecott honoree Grace Lynn and Kate Messner. Alice was tired of heavy sweaters and thick socks and staying inside with nothing to do. I wish there was some place that wasn't so frozen and gray, she grumbled to her mother. She began to stomp away, but something flapped nearby. It was the pages of a book. Curious, Alice began to read. Once upon a time, there was a girl, Alice read. She went to a place alive with colors, where even the morning dew was warm. That sounds like our home, said the birds. Turn the page and come in. So she did. The air felt as if it came from an oven, the book said. The girl and the birds played among the flowers. But then the rains came down. Oh, I wish I was someplace where it wasn't so steamy and drippy, Alice said. With the book over her head, Alice read. So the girl went to a place of sparkling sands where the sun would dry her. That sounds like our home, said the camels. Turn the page and come in. So she did. The sun blazed down and dried her hair as she rode on a camel through the desert. But then a sandstorm blew in and stung the girl's face. Oh, I wish I was someplace where it wasn't so dusty and dry. Then Alice read. So the girl went to a place of clear waters where the sea would refresh her. That place sounds like our home, said the fish. Turn the page and come in. And so she did. The gentle water soothed her as she swam with the fish through the coral reefs. But the girl got tangled in the seaweed, and she was caught and confused. Oh, I wish I was someplace that wasn't so cramped and crowded. Then Alice read. So the girl went to a place of wide open blue where she would be boundless and free. That place sounds like our home, said the clouds. Turn the page and come on in. And so she did. The clouds billowed like the sails of a ship. The girl rode the wind through the sky. But then the clouds darkened and the thunder roared. I wish I was someplace that wasn't so booming and loud. So the girl went to a place with no sound at all, Alice read, where she could be quiet and calm. That sounds like my home, whispered the moon. Turn the page and come in. So she did. The soundless stars twinkled and winked as she floated in the moon's glowing light. But the emptiness made the girl feel alone. I wish I was someplace that wasn't so lonely, Alice thought. So the girl went to a place of coziness and warmth, where the kitchen smelled of dumplings and her family was waiting with dinner. That sounds like my home, Alice said. Turn the page, her mother said, and come in. And so she did. Thank you for joining us for this story time here at the Fall River Public Library. If you liked these new books or want to explore more books, come down to the library. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.